Hello, I'm Black Man for Hire, and this is the Street Fighter 4 countdown. Hooray, throw some fireworks, get some balloons. Anyways, I'm sorry for such a big gap in between part 1 of the top 10 best Street Fighters and part 2. YouTube was being super extra gay, and I was being too lazy over the weekend to do it. So basically, this is my second attempt to the top 10 best Street Fighters, and I'm just gonna throw everything away and just re-record everything I need to. It really doesn't matter. But basically, now the top 10 best Street Fighters part 2 and the Ryu story for Street Fighter Third Strike are probably going to be up on YouTube on the same day. So yeah, this is the top 10 best Street Fighters part 2. Please enjoy. Number 5. Let's start part 2 off right. And anyways, number 5 on this countdown is Yun. Yun is basically the brother to Yang, which is number 6 on the top 10 best Street Fighters part 1. Anyways, Yun and Yang are basically, you can basically call them the same character. It's just that Yun is a little bit faster. I think they switched that up for Street Fighter Third Strike. But I mean, they are practically the same character. Like in some of the earlier Street Fighter games, they were just alternate costumes, but the real character was Yang. But you know, just press a different button and you get the guy with the hat and the skateboard. I mean, they're basically the same people, but he's a little bit faster, so that's why he's number 5. Number 4. Number 4 on this countdown is Chun-Li. Chun-Li made so high in this countdown. Well, 1, she's a main character, and 2, this is like actually one of the times in a Japanese anything actually where the female actually has some power to herself. Like mostly they would just be the healer or something, but Chun-Li doesn't play that. Chun-Li is a fast, she can kick really fast. If you don't know that about Chun-Li, you obviously don't know anything about Street Fighter. But Chun-Li is just, I mean, she just goes out there. I mean, like, she's different than any other female character in anything Japanese. She's just powerful, and I mean, I really think she can kick the crap out of Ken. But I mean, still, she's just, I mean, she goes out there, she's different than the rest. That's why she's high in this countdown. Number 3. The number 3 for this countdown is Ken. Ken is number 3. Well, once again, he is one of the main characters. And, well, actually, I like Ken a lot. He's just pretty cool. I mean, he's the American character. I think the original American character other than Guile. But still, Ken is just the rich one in the group of Ryu, Ken, and Chun-Li. I mean, he's powerful and all, but Ryu still has more strength in him. I just think he's high up on this countdown because, well, I wouldn't call him the comic relief, but he's not as serious as, well, per se the other two. Because Ryu, well, I don't know what's going through Ryu's head, and Chun-Li's a police officer. She has no time for fun. So Ken is there to, you know, lighten up the mood a bit, and I just like it because he can just be silly, and then he can kick some ass whenever he wants to. So with that diversity, Ken is number 3 on this countdown. Number 2. Number 2 was actually really tough to pick, but indeed he is Ryu. Ryu is basically, well, the number 1 character, well, not number 1, I meant to say number 1 main character of Street Fighter. I guess you could say that he is the mascot. I mean, he's always the main advertisement for Street Fighter. I mean, but it's not many times that you see, especially in Japanese anime type stuff, the main character being, well, how do you say, badass. Cause I mean, if you take some shows or video games right now with the main character, Naruto, the main character isn't all that great. I mean, Bleach has a good main character, but this is Street Fighter time. Ryu, well, I mean, he can do the Hadouken, he can do the fancy spin kick, I do not know how to pronounce that and I'm not going to try, and he can do the Shoryuken. I mean, he's all around greatness, but like I said, this was a tough choice between Ryu and my number one. The number one Street Fighter is, if I had a drum roll, I would, do one, but I don't. But yeah, the number one Street Fighter is Akuma. It basically goes down like this. Akuma is number one. Why? Well, I just thought he had more badass in his arsenal than Ryu. And besides, his name means devil. How do you beat that? But Akuma, like I said, it was a tough choice. And, well, I was limited to the Street Fighter Anniversary Pack for my Xbox, regular Xbox, not 360. And it didn't have much characters. If I had Street Fighter Alpha or all the other Street Fighters, the number one character would have easily been Guy. And, well, the number 3 would have been M. Bison. 4 would have been Vega, but I'm not even going to get through all that. Still, I mean, Akuma, he killed Goki. That's the master of Ryu and Ken. You just don't do that type of thing. He's that badass. I'm just saying, Akuma he is the man. I stole that from Hell Dragon, but still, he is. I mean, he's just number one material for all I had. If I had Alpha, this would be great. I think he's in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. If anybody can find me Marvel vs. Capcom, hell, I'll even get it off of eBay. I'll play it and probably do a countdown for that. But yeah, Akuma, number one. Number one, baby! Well, that was my top 10 best Street Fighters. I hope you liked it. And, well, be on the lookout of the Path of Ryu. That's what I'm calling it. But if you want to get technical, it's just Ryu's story for Street Fighter 3rd Strike. I should be making that right after I'm making this, so it should be here pretty soon. And I will stop being lazy and actually make more than 2 videos, because that's all I have up on YouTube by the time of this recording. So yeah, hope you liked it. If you didn't like it, well, that's your fault. I'm Black Man for Hire, signing out. Peace.
Nah, sorry, why you acting like that? Like all you ever really wanna do is just doubt me. Ludacris can't live without him, but even more, I bet you really can't live without me. You must have flipped your wig. You gotta be out your mind.